Hello, hello. And I'll say AC when we're ready. We're not quite. He hasn't come on.
1 o'clock though. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you can go ahead if you want. Chief is normally. There he is. We're cutting your head off a little bit. And once you back up, it'd probably be all right. Yeah, down a little bit.
Better.
Yep, that's good. Well, normally we talk, when we're talking to you, we're talking about something controversial, but not today.
Nope.
So, for basics, August 6th, when's your event? 6 to 8?
6 to 9.
6 to 9. Okay.
And what I'll do is,
You sound like you're in a hole.
yeah, I can't help that. I got, the system that I have for video cameras.
I can enhance it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And it's going to be at City Park?
Yeah. Main Street Park.
And then you can tell us all about it. Because I don't have any of the details at all. 6 to 9. Who all's going to be there? You, fire department, Covington Rescue Squad.
Yeah, all the Covington agencies in reference to public safety, as well as state police will be there, sheriff's department will be there, and other organizations within the city and in the community. So, yeah, I don't have an exact names of who all is going to be there, but.
I understand.
Yeah.
Why don't we, let's make sure our phones are silenced because it is going to give feedback.
Okay, give me 1 second here. I'm going to do something real quick. We'll put you off to the side for a sec here, Jerry.
It's fine.
All right. Crap. No, what the hell? And I'll give you, I'll send you our, well, if you want, you can seal it off the Facebook, but I can shoot you the banner and everything. Damn it. Son of a, hold on one sec.
It's a good thing to have advertised, but I guess you guys decided to do it another way. You're not quite used to us yet, but you'll eventually come around.
What? Hold on. I just saw him. Had to change something on the Facebook post.
Hey Tam, when did you upload all this to the server, the short and long music clips? Has that been up there all along?
Yeah.
Okay. That must have taken you a while to do that. I really hadn't paid any attention to it.
All right, I'm good. I'm sorry.
All right. All right, let's do it. You know, folks, normally when we speak with the Covington Police Chief, Chris Smith, it's either something controversial or something bad's gone on. But in this particular case, we've got good news. So, Chief Smith, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Sounds like a cool event's coming up called National Night Out. Tell the public about it.
So we've been doing this for the last 4 years. We started the event and have progressively gotten a little bit better every year. National Night Out is a national event that's held every Tuesday or on the first Tuesday in August every year. Actually, stop for a second. Sorry. Let me shut my door. Forgot to shut my door. I got distracted.
Add in. Add in.
Huh?
That's me. Just when I go to edit it, when I say add in, that means cut to the next little bit. So we're ready for you.
All right. So National Night Out is an event that's held the first Tuesday of August in pretty much any jurisdiction in the United States that's willing to participate. We've been doing it for the last 4 years, and we hold the event at the Main Street Park. The event has a multitude of purposes. The main reason is just to show a little bit of a community partnership between its local police department, fire, EMS, but we also invite other officials within the city. And it gives the folks the opportunity to come and meet the individuals that you might see on your journal or you might see on Facebook, but you just don't know personally. We're a small community. I'm sure that there's a lot of folks that may have seen me in the past that may want to meet me. Well, there's your opportunity to come meet me because I'll be there. Other officers within the department will be there. And it's one of those events that, just gives everybody an opportunity to get together and have a good time and basically enjoy what we put on.
You guys do a great job of community policing, and you're right. We see you in the neighborhoods all the time and out at official functions, but this is a far more relaxed atmosphere at City Park. And the only thing we've noted that is not highly positive is there's never Chief Chris Smith in the dunking booth. And we would like to inquire about that.
I did it 2 years ago. I'll probably do it again this year. It was just one of them things that, I think last year I was a little busy. I couldn't get into it. But I don't mind. Actually, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to let the police officers throw the balls first so they can at least dunk the chief if they want to. But I invite anybody else to come, and if they want to, they can dunk me. They don't, or whatever. Maybe I give them a ticket 20 years ago. I don't know.
and it's also an opportunity to get to meet the members of the rescue squad and fire department members, that kind of thing. So, even though as we mentioned, we'll see you out in various venues one at a time, there'll probably be more than, a few of you around here. And it's important to know you guys on a little bit more of a personal basis. It's not like this is Roanoke or Alexandria.
Yeah, well, the big thing is everybody has a different perception of everything, right? So some folks interpret differently than others, and a lot of people feel comfortable around the police, and there's a lot of people that don't feel comfortable around the police. I mean, we're human beings like everybody else, and for those folks that maybe want to take the risk and come out and try to meet a police officer, maybe they'll be a little bit more relaxed. We're here to help the folks. We're not here to do anything other than that. That's what our job is. We're here to protect the public and our property as well. We want to make sure that what we're doing is a positive thing, not a negative thing, especially in a small community like ours. So one of the main things that I like about this, perfect example would be, let's say you had a question or you maybe have a concern, but you never felt that you either wanted to call or you wanted to stop a police officer. You didn't feel comfortable because either we were eating, maybe we were on another call, maybe we were just busy, or you just don't want to approach a police officer. Well, here's your opportunity. If you got a question, maybe a concern, maybe you just want to relay some information, this is a perfect opportunity to see us and meet us in a relaxed environment and just share information. And of course, grab yourself some free food. Chief, if you want, maybe one of the police officers that may have either arrested you or maybe wrote you a ticket or gave you a stern warning. But there's a lot of different things. We're going to have the state there. We're going to have the county there. Of course, my department, we're going to have different displays. So, when I was a kid, what interested me was the cop cars. I like the lights on the top, the sirens and all the other stuff. So, kids can come up, we'll show them the cars. We'll let them turn the lights on. We'll have other things that are used by, perfect example, like a TAC vehicle, and folks can walk up, take a look at it, ask questions about it. Why do we have this big bulky thing? What's the purpose of this? And the officers there will be able to explain that to them.
And so it's all happening on Tuesday, August 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Correct. So I can't remember, there's a period of time, we started at 6. We also, just so you know, it's the city pool's right there. The city pool is included in this event. So once you go and see all the wonderful things that we have to offer, feel free to take a dip in the pool, no cost to any of the folks in the area. It doesn't matter if you live in Covington, Clifton Forge, heck, if you live in West Virginia, we don't care. Come on over and have a good time, get some free food, and ask questions if you want. And I think we're also going to have a display, big thing too, and I'm not trying to talk too much, ID kits. So that's one thing that we've done for the last couple of years. We set up a station where we have one of the local law enforcement officers, and what they do is they develop these ID kits, and it's really important. And I encourage parents, if you haven't done it, come down and do it. Basically what we do is we get fingerprints, we get hair, we get whatever we need in case the child goes missing. We need to identify, all the wonderful things that we need. You have it. We develop the kit. We give you the information. No cost to anybody except for, actually, there's no cost.
Well, we ran into a couple of your guys at the Double C Cafe about a week ago, and a thought occurred to me, and I wonder if the average member of the public doesn't think the same thing. Those guys have so many things hanging on their police uniform. And so maybe during National Night Out, I'm going to get one of them to tell me what are all the, it looks like they have somewhere between 8 and 10 things, maybe more,
Right.
hanging, everything from a microphone to, I mean, you guys are loaded down, what, 30 or 40 pounds worth of stuff?
I don't know if it's 30 or 40 pounds. Basically, back in the day, police officers used to wear their body armor inside underneath their uniforms. And
Okay.
the purpose for that was to give the perception that we're not wearing it. Well, obviously, if you had a trained eye, you could see somebody was wearing a body armor. And essentially, we wear most of the equipment around our waist. Well, police officers tend to have lower back issues. I'm one of them. And, I'm not a fan of the way they look, to be honest with you, but there's a practical purpose behind it. And it basically distributes the weight of everything that used to be on our belt, on our body, and allows the officers to be a little bit more comfortable. And in those very hot days, when I'd ride in a police car, I couldn't take my shirt off and take my vest off and get cooled off. Well, the officers, all they can do is unzip it, open it up, let the air conditioning hit and get cooled off for a little bit, and they can zip it right back up and go right to a call if they need to. So there's a lot of practicality behind that, although I don't like the way it looks. Sometimes you gotta suck it up and just go with what works.
Well, thanks for the info. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, August 6th, beginning at 6 p.m. at City Park.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's, we can call you One Take Smith. I mean, just before you leave, does everybody have the same caliber weapon?
Yeah.
Does so you got that, you got a...
As a matter of fact, Jerry, we all carry the same firearm, us, Clifton Forge, and Alleghany.
What are they, 10 millimeters?
No, 9 millimeters they're basically 9 millimeter Glock. Oh, crap. What the hell's the name of them things?
Hollow points or straight? They're
hollow points. Yeah, the difference between a hollow point, and these are the questions that, I hope people ask. The difference between a hollow point and they call full metal jacket. So when we fire around and it's a hollow point, it's a solid piece of mass. And think about that. It's going to punch through whatever it is that it hits. Well, we're not the military. We don't, want the bullets to hit one person and then hit the guy behind them. We want them to hit the person and stop. So when we train, we train folks to fire, but when you're firing, you also think about what's behind that target as well, because you don't want to impact that person.
Sure.
Not so much with the 9 mils, but when you're dealing with the 223, the rifles, that's going to go through, even if it's a hollow pointed round. So we have soft tips or different types of ammunition. We were even looking at frangible rounds. So if we had an incident at the mill, you don't want to hit something at the mill and then, boom. So we were looking at that. It hasn't really panned out. We were hoping the mill would help us out with the cost for that. But that was one of those things that if it hits the body, it'll break apart in the body. You don't have to worry. Or if it hits something really stiff, like a pipe or something,
yeah,
it would break apart. It wouldn't puncture the pipe. So there's a lot of different things for a lot of different reasons.
But you've got on a vest that's probably 4 to 5 pounds. You've got a radio and a mic. That's 2. You got your weapon, a Glock. A Glock 9 millimeter probably weighs 4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah, and we also have optical sights now. So basically, it's like a red dot on top of the gun.
Okay.
When I pull my weapon up, I'm no longer looking through rear sights and the front sight. I'm basically putting a circle with a dot in it on the target. I'm going to hit the target every time. It does, that a lot of people are like, well, all right, that's cool. No, it's not cool. It's practical because it does 2 things. First of all, it makes there's more accuracy in the firing. And number 2, I'm able to keep both my eyes open. So when I used to shoot when I was young, I closed one eye and because I wanted to hit the target. Now I can keep both eyes open. I can see peripheral vision to my left. Right. If I close it, I can't see from this point on, this point on.
Yeah.
So I get to keep both eyes open. I get the, and I'll be honest with you, I was a good fire. I could shoot the gun pretty good. I was hitting, mid 90s, to 100. And then as I got older, my sight got a lot worse. My near vision was getting crappy. So I started to drop. Also, I didn't really care what my score was anymore. A lot of times it's competition. But I wound up getting the sights on my duty weapon, and I shot 100.
Well,
So,
so you also have handcuffs.
mhm.
Do you have tasers?
Yep.
And you don't have nightsticks anymore. You don't
No,
have
but we have, these are,
those slapsticks.
well, they're batons, but they're made by ASP. So they're extendable baton is what it is.
Right.
So it extends.
And what else is on the belt?
Pepper spray,
Ammunition.
ammunition, pepper spray.
Oh, you've got you have like Barroway or something,
Huh?
or whatever. It's some kind of mace.
No, it's not mace. It's OC. So this is Mike 3, and basically it's a natural pepper, and
Okay.
it burns really. It's not mace. Mace is a chemical. This is natural.
So you just spray me in the chest and it comes up through my
No,
nose.
I'm gonna spray you in the eyes.
Oh, okay. And what else is on the belt? So so we got at least 15 pounds or 20 pounds already.
Yeah, and that was just around our waist. And then so now they can wear. So the guys wear first aid kits. You'll see them. They'll
First aid kits.
Yeah, well, think about it. If you're in a shot, you got somebody who's got a wound. All right, I ain't got time to get back to the car. If I can pull out a tourniquet or I can pull out a bandage, and it's kind of like they're more like it's more like a warrior, not a warrior scenario, but more like a soldier. You know, soldiers generally carry just about everything on them. And
Okay.
that's all what we're doing with the police officers in case you have that scenario where you got, if I get hit in my arm and I'm bleeding because it hit an artery, I got to be able to put a tourniquet on myself, and that's what we train for.
Wow.
Those worst case scenario kind of deals. And if that's the case, how do I get my gun out of my holster? How do I get it out of my holster? How do I shoot with my left hand? There's all these things, and we don't train nowhere near as much as we probably should. My personal opinion is with every police department in the United States, they need to double the force, and then you take 6 months where you work and 6 months where you train, and that's the way it should be, where it's constant. But that's not necessarily always the case.
And so each car probably has a AR. No.
Yeah, and a shotgun.
And you have a shotgun too. What do you use? 12 or 20 or
12 gauge.
12 gauge. Man. So you've got those in the trunk though, right? You don't keep them in the back seat.
Yeah. We got them in the back of the SUVs, and they're, we basically, we can put them in locks, but we didn't put them in locks. So we basically caged the windows so you can't bust the window and get them.
Okay.
So they're all caged up. You can't get them.
You got to think of all that. I mean, like you exit your car quickly, and if you don't think correctly, somebody gets in the back seat and gets your 12 gauge.
Well, think about this. I mean, if we put it in the back of the SUV and I want to go to bed, well, the weapon sits there. Somebody during the night smashes the back window. Now you've not only armed them, but you armed them with an AR-15.
Right.
So they've got, who knows how many rounds and whatever else you had in the back of the car. Now they got to smash the window and they got to cut, and there's more to it. We've taken the extra step to try to protect it. So there's other places where they have it in the front and the same concept, so they have to lock it. Back in the day, we used to just put it in the trunk, and that was fine. You can do that. You still got to manipulate the trunk to open it. But a window we're like, it's a little easy, smash and grab. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. I mean, all of those things, all they do is delay, right? So, you can put a big vault door on your house, but all it's going to do is delay that person. They, with enough time and enough determination, could get into anything they wanted. And that's what we try to tell folks. That's the concept. So you want to make it as hard for them to give us the time to respond. You get what I'm saying? You put a hollow core door in your front of your house, they're kicking not only the door down, they're going to kick through the door and open the door. You get what I'm saying? So, that's just crime prevention. So give us time to get there. Put something there, back it up, put something else. If they want to get in, they're going to get in, but delay them to the point to where by the time they get in, we're coming up the street.
Do your new radio systems have a screen on them so that if you said, okay, you called the DMV, and I know this guy is Jerry Clark in front of me, or at least that car is registered to him. But does a picture of Jerry Clark come up on your radio system?
Go on.
In the very Canada, 210, 215.
We're at
County Bill.
over the county building.
Yeah, the government complex.
Oh, okay.
That's where it delivers.
Oh.
That's what's in the store.
Okay.
So just let me know about
All right.
210, 215.
All right. Sorry about that, Jerry. What?
Does a picture of Jerry Clark come up on your communication system?
No, Jerry, you don't come on.
No, I've seen some of the state police have a thing where they can transfer a picture to you, transport a picture.
No, not on ours. No.
Okay. You didn't know about that? You never heard of that?
No, I mean, we have screens on the front of them. Let me pull mine up. So, I mean, there's
No, I mean in the cars, the actual in the police cars.
oh yeah, we got that. That ain't the radio system. We've got what they're called. We call them MDTs. They're mobile data terminals, but they're basically a laptop computer. So
Okay.
anything a laptop computer can do. So yeah, and I can run. We haven't perfected it yet. A perfect example is the cars too. We can run license plates without even, the LPRs, license plate readers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that capability in Covington. The guys riding around, they're looking at all the license plates and they're seeing if it's stolen, and we're using the state database to access that system.
Okay.
So you'll see them actually the sheriff's department. They have the older versions that basically you'll see them where they're sitting on the back of the car and then the front of the car, and they basically just read license plates.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool because the guys in the cars, they can drive up the street. They'll get the alert, right, of the license plate, and then it's going to show you or the picture, so you know where you were at when that picture was taken.
Okay.
So that was that car. Let me turn around and pull it over. There was a accident, and I was looking. The license plate wasn't correct, and the accident report wasn't correct. I looked in the system, was able to get to that particular call, and then looked it up on the LPR system to find out. And then actually, when I looked at I was able to pull it up and say, oh, okay, that's the license plate. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out.
And do you have body cams as well?
Yep, got body cameras we got the in-car cameras and the body cameras. So we have multiple.
So you laughed when I said 30 or 40 pounds. Why was that funny? Isn't it 30 or 40 pounds?
You know what I'll do? One day, I'll get one of the guys, I'll weigh them. I was like, go
Yeah.
weigh nude and then get out and get dressed, fully dressed, and let's see how much you weigh and see what the weight.
It's interesting. Those guys had so many things on them. I said, and I don't think we've discussed them all. I mean, I said, man, how do you guys even remember where all this stuff is? Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, and now they carry their AR ammo too, so they'll have it on their vest. So, they don't I think when we started using ARs, you'd have to pull the weapon out and then you'd have to pull a bag to go with you because you guys were just like me, and you throw the bag over and then you're running until you got all your ammunition in the bag. Now the guys can carry an additional additional 60 rounds with them. You have 30 rounds in a magazine, you have 60 rounds on you, you got 90 rounds to, engage somebody.
That's heavy in itself. Now we're talking about another 8. Yeah. Okay. Look forward to seeing you, Chief. Thanks for calling me.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully, did you get a good response on that, the last one that I did?
Yeah. And it wasn't, see, you didn't know. This really strange thing about this is a couple of days before there was a session. I'm trying to think of who was the actual, who was the sponsor of the session. Anyway, it was at the Christian Family Life Center, and they said, hey, Jerry, come on up. We're going to be talking about it was the Jackson River Community Credit Union.
Yeah.
And so I went up there, and here is everybody talking about scams.
Yeah.
And so it was the Commonwealth Attorney and Travis Ledford, and they were talking about how you avoid all this. 2 days later or 3 days later, you call me and tell me about this woman getting ripped off.
Yeah.
So we did a video of it and put it on the Facebook page, but obviously she didn't see it.
Well, I don't know if she saw, well, she saw it.
$3,000.
Yeah, well, it was after she had gotten already victimized. So it was kind of one of them prevention things for everybody else. Yeah, that poor woman, she lost out big time on that one.
Is that the only one that really happened recently?
That's the one that actually was the last one that I know that actually we got hit. That somebody in Covington got hit with. So, and I know I saw where Eunice had put something I think on the Cityway Facebook account or my Facebook. I can't remember where she thanked me for it or something. So, but like I said, that's just crap that needs to get out.
Well, at any time you want to get it out, just call me again. And
Yeah, I will.
Look forward to seeing you, Ed.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry. And
Yes,
advertisement. I can send you the poster. Just send me the bill, and we'll do that as well.
Well, if you want to do that, I mean, you can do it 1 week or whatever. 1 week's fine. Is that you want to start like the 31st?
Yeah, the week.
It's $45 a week. You get 7 full days, and you get and you may not even be aware of this. You not only get it on AlleganyJournal.com in 4 places, 2 on desktop and 2 mobile, but you get 2 Facebook postings. So we run it maybe like on Friday and Monday before. Each one of those reaches 19,787. It's 40. The 8th day, it's another $45.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I can run it for 7 days just before the event. I think that would be fine.
all right, let me give you an email address. Make it simple.
All right.
Really difficult.
Go ahead.
T as in Tammy, S as in Susan, L as in Lipscomb, TSL at AlleganyJournal.com. We'll get you fixed up. And I want, I didn't get enough pictures last year. And I only joke about this dunking thing. I really like the idea of where the people, especially the young people, will come up and ask you questions like I just did. Because people see, I mean, you guys look military.
Yeah, I know.
To some people, it's a little scary, I mean, what is all this crap?
This is the way cops look like when I grew up.
Right.
Now that's just not practical anymore.
And one final question: why 9mm? Why not a 357? Why not a 10mm? Just out of curiosity.
You got to think about this. So we had 9mm when I first started here. There were Beretta 9mm. They were basically the M9 what the military used.
Okay.
And I can't remember. There were Springfield XDs is what we went to after that, and they were 45s, and bigger, bulkier bullet. I remember the 9s. I could never see the rounds going down range, but the 45s, if the light hit it correctly, as an instructor, I'm a firearms instructor. I could see the rounds going down target and hitting target. Well, the 9mm, first of all, are smaller. There's less recoil. That means more accuracy.
Right. I wondered if it was a recoil issue.
It's a recoil, and then there's more capacity in the magazine than I think we have. Because I think I have
11 rounds.
No, I can get 16 rounds in this, and that's 1 in the chamber. So I got 17 rounds plus, what I have in my magazines on my belt.
Okay.
And then anything extra. I have a smaller, like an administrator's 9mm. It's a Springfield. I forgot. Not Springfield. A Glock 13. I don't know what the hell the name of it is. But I can carry 15 rounds with that thing. It's 9mm. If I had a 45, I had a 45, same type of weapon. I carry like 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would think the recoil in itself, I'd wonder.
The recoil in itself makes it, when you shoot anything bigger than that, yeah, it's got a lot of punch and all that other stuff. After your first round, if you don't train yourself to shoot, then you're going to wind up missing your target. So it's a lot easier. We also saw, believe it or not, when we went from the 45s back to the 9s, our scores went up. So that just proved the point overall.
Well, I've asked my national night out questions.
All right.
See you soon. Thanks.
All right.
Send it to Tammy and she'll take care of it.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye.
Tammy, I've had to get gutty. I've just had to get gutty.